What's up, everybody? It's your boy DGAB. Welcome to the Damn Good Average Bowler Podcast, episode 20. We got a lot of stuff to sort through, but I want to say welcome, and I'm going to get some invites sent out, and then we're going to get right into things. So let me get this done real quick. But I hope everybody having a great weekend. We are rocking and rolling. Like I said, we got some stuff to sort through here. Whoever just sent me to heart me, I appreciate you. Just going to get some invites sent out. Let everybody know the show is ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I've sent out a couple. Sarah sending out the share. Craig, how are you doing, sir? So we're going to get through this pretty cut and dry episode tonight. We got two subjects we're going to go over. I originally said that my buddy Jackson was going to be here tonight, but unfortunately, one of his friends, he went to a funeral today, and he's trying to be supportive of his friend. So, unfortunately, Jackson, old Socks, will not be with us tonight. But who will be with us tonight here in a few minutes is going to be our good friend, Miss Sarah McFadden. Y'all all know her as Miss McFizzle. And again, we got main event topic and our secondary topic. I'm really looking forward to diving in. So everybody out there, hey, Mark, good to see you. Pickles, good to see you. Everybody in here, thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, oh my gosh, all of y'all, man. It's so good to see y'all again. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Haven't been on here in a while. Again, y'all, I haven't been very consistent, but we're going to go over that a little bit. So, a lot of changes being made for the DGAB brand in 2026. Basically, just putting it out there. I'm a solo act again. Not going to go into any details about everything that's happened. If you know, you know, because I've explained it earlier. It's just one of those things. So this is where we're at right now. But do want to let you guys know we officially have the Derek Tate Memorial Tournament dates laid down. It's May 15th, 16th, and 17th. You can go to the website, damngoodaveragebowler.com. You can go to the events tab, and you can fill out the form to reserve your spot. I know we've already got like 5 or 6 people that have already reserved their spots. So as we get closer and closer, you guys can figure out if you're able to make it. Love to have you guys come out, and I know we're going to have a couple people from out of town, including our guests coming up here soon. But a lot of things are happening right now. Shop has been really busy. Warehouse has been extremely busy. So that's another reason why y'all haven't seen me go live in a while. But we're starting off the year. I know we're 17 days into the new year already, but Happy New Year from your boy DGAB. And I hope everything is going great for you all. So, a lot of things happening in 2026. Like I said, I'm going to try to get back into... We're doing the podcasting. Like I said, this is the first of 3. Next week, Calling All Bowlers makes its return. I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the show. But without further ado, I am going to get our guest invited in here. And we're going to get to talking about our main event topic of the show. Hey, Sarah, let me send you... All right, I just sent you the invite. Hope you got that. And if it didn't come through, just let me know, and I'll get that situated again. So, did it come through on your end?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool, I'm here. Trying to get my camera to come on here.
Okay.
Background.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure all of mine is set up here. But while Sarah's getting her video situated, how's everybody been? Let me know in the comment section what's been new, what's been happening. Again, like I said, y'all, I do apologize. I haven't been very consistent lately, but like I said, a lot of stuff going on at work. We're we're busy right now, which is a good thing. Oh, there she is. There is our guest.
Hello.
Guest of the hour. How are you, Miss Sarah? It's good to see you again.
You too. I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. I do think I have to make this. I have to make this comment.
Okay.
But Sarah is in rare air as she has now officially been on not only our Calling All Bowlers, but now she is here on the DGAB podcast. So you're like one of one right now for this. So I appreciate you joining.
Thank you. I feel so special.
But no, like I said, I bowled a tournament today, made the first cut, and then they put me back on 1 and 2, and I just couldn't get a handle of it. So
those end pairs can be tricky sometimes. A lot of the times, actually.
You're not kidding. So we're going to jump right into it. Yes, Pickles is like the greatest lead-in man to a topic as there ever is. So, I do want to let everybody know Sarah is actually coming to the Derek Tate Memorial Tournament in May. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for that. I'm pretty sure we're going to have more people coming in. I know Patrick has said something about it. I'm sure Pickles is going to do everything he can to get down. And Mark, unless he's got some kind of pro tournament going, I'm sure he's going to be there too to defend his crown. So, but the main topic we're talking about here is a topic of first. I'm going to lead in if you don't mind, because they always say save the best for last. And this is a really, really straight up kick-ass story. And I want us to be able to go through it with you and just like through the whole day and what that might be. So I shot my first 300 when I was 18 years old. And funny fact is I was almost late for league that morning. It was a youth league. And I got a phone call, and they're like, "Are you coming to league?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's 9:45. Yeah, I'll be there shortly." I had no practice, so I'm tired. And I started off the day with a front three, and I put my head down every time because I was tired. 18 years old on a Friday night, we were, Mountain Dew, pizza, and Nintendo 64 back in those days. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, but I was using a Hammer Blade Pearl. For any of y'all, I can go back that far with that kind of equipment. But one of the things about that experience is my last 2 shots, I had this little kid. And again, it was youth league. And this little kid's about 9 years old. And he's like, "Michael, you just got 2 more." And it's like, thank you. No. Thanks. I'm already under enough stress as it is, buddy, but thank you, because you don't want to get mad at a 9-year-old when you're 18. Mm-hmm. Through the 11th, and I'd been at 10 before, and the last shot, I kid you not, was the most out of body experience I ever had in my life. I literally watched myself roll the ball. It was at Playmore Lanes on 13 and 14, and yeah, that too, Jordan. That's a good point. But I had an out of body experience. I swooped back in, it went, and most incredible feeling in the world. And it was one of those feelings where when I was on 11, the biggest thing I said to myself is, it's like, just roll a good shot because you may never be here again. And y'all, I'm sure you're going to give us a little insight on that too, Sarah, but that's how my 300 went. And what's funny about it is I followed that up with 188, 162, and I shot 650. And then to make matters worse, the week after my first 300, I shot a 102, and I was really upset at myself, because it's like when you hit this level of success, you kind of have a bigger expectation for yourself. So, but that's here, there, and yonder. That's my 300 story, but I'm going to bring you into it. Sarah, first and foremost, welcome to the 300 Club, ma'am. We here are so damn proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I did not expect this day to come. It's like you said, it was an out of body experience, those last 3 balls, honestly. And to break down my day, well, actually a couple days before, I was in a tournament that Sunday before. Did not bowl well. I was super frustrated with myself. I was playing on a pattern that I had thrown really well on the weekend before, but it was a different house. that played much differently. And I got really frustrated with myself. And I was overthinking it and just did not have a good show. So I bowl in league on Tuesday nights. And going into that night, I was just thinking, you know what? I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just going to roll the ball and like just let it go, and not think about it so much. And it was just a normal day at work. I mean, I go into the office on Tuesdays. I work at the headquarters in downtown Colorado Springs for Team USA. So it was just a normal day, talking with my colleagues, and I leave straight from work to go to the bowling alley. And I had just so happened to get this jersey for the Bowling Baddies Club that day. So it was my first time wearing it. And on the way to the bowling alley, I was like, wouldn't it be really cool if I bowled a 300 the first time I wear this jersey? I am not kidding. I really did think that. Right. And I was telling Katie, who is the owner and like started this brand, and I texted her and I told her after I bowled my 300 that was the case, and she was super excited for me. But yeah, it was just a normal night, normal warm up. In fact, actually, it wasn't really normal. Two of my teammates weren't there, so there were just three of us. So we were bowling two people down, and one of the people that wasn't there was Rena Sabo, who's been like my mentor since I'm coming back. She was in Las Vegas for Team USA trials, so she wasn't there that night. And I'm like, the night I bowl a 300, she's not there. I'm texting her videos, and anyway. Yeah, so it was just normal. I was just throwing it, not thinking about it, just trying to hit my mark and just be consistent on my release and my timing. And then it got to the 10th frame, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen. Like, I can do this. And I mean, if you can hear me in the video, keep telling myself, you got this, just trying to stay positive and not really think about what I was doing necessarily, just more of like encouraging myself, like, you can do it. So yeah, that's what I did. And I just rolled it. And my last three shots were actually really light because I was like shaking.
Mm-hmm. I saw I think it was the 11th, and I was like, ooh, that got really light. But yeah. I feel like that is a little bit it's a stroke of luck, if you ask me, because I get more mixer strikes than I do solid pocket strikes. So
honestly, and that at that house I bowl league at, that's kind of the way it is sometimes. Like, I can hit it solid pocket and leave 7-10, 10-pin, 8-pin, and like just a beautiful shot. And then I mix it light and they all fall. So I mean, it's just kind of the way that house is. But those last three frames, like, I didn't even look up. I was just looking down and like trying not to, because, you know, people start congregating and watching you. So I was trying not to look up and just kind of have tunnel vision of what I was doing. Back years ago when I played basketball, I would do the same thing. You know, you're going to the free throw line and you try not to look at anything else or listen to anything else and just tunnel vision on what you're doing. So that's kind of what I did those last three balls.
So so up until this point of the game, like in your bowling since you've come back, like, what's been your longest string of strikes before this?
I think 7.
Okay.
I think 7 in a row. There was a game a couple months ago. I had a 267, and I struck the first, I think 5, and then 9 spare, and then I struck out the rest. Okay. So that was my closest to a perfect game, was 2 strikes away from a perfect game, and that was 2 months ago. And before that, my highest game was a 290, and that was back in 2004 when I 9 spare and then struck out.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you made your comeback, you got up to 7, and then, so let me ask you this. So you get to 7 in this game. Are you thinking on number 8?
I'm telling you, it was like out of body experience. Okay. Like, I was trying not to think. I was just focusing in on like what's in front of me and no one else around me, not really watching what anyone's doing. I have a notebook and I have it here in front of me. I write down what I'm doing, where I'm standing, and I just really just focused on that. Reminding myself of my mark and where I'm standing, and Yeah. So, and I mean, we play cards. Some of the ladies I bowl with, we play cards. So if you mark, you draw a card. So I was doing that a little bit, but and talking to them, but really just mainly trying to focus on.
And nobody was messing with you on that. I knew it was like go time.
No,
Nobody was
no,
saying,
not at all. In
good,
fact, there was a
good.
gentleman we were bowling against, and he's like fist pumping and cheering me on, and like super sweet. And then a bunch of people were videoing the last frame, so I got lots of video of different people on Facebook that people sent me of the last frame, and it was super sweet. And honestly, like since that was my first game of the night, like I still had two more games to bowl and I could not focus. I had a 192 and a 191 the next two games, but like so many people were coming up and giving me hugs and high fives and congratulating me. And it was so sweet. And it just, the way everyone came together and was just like being so supportive. And it was awesome. Like I hadn't felt that in a long time. So that was super sweet.
Well, it's the thing. The thing about it is, it's like ever since like you've come on to this platform, and all of us that have been lucky enough to get to know you in this regard, and you know, I think it was one of those things where I was like this woman gets it, and there's no way that this, like, I remember when you were like, I think you told us in Calling All Ballers, you're like, no, I've never shot 300, and I'm like, how have you not? Because again, it's like we've always discussed in previous lives and such. Uh, Women with their style, they are so simple, and it's not as complicated. It's just very just even Steven, and it gets the job done. And it's one of the things that I have tried to, when I'm coaching people, I preach simplicity, and keeping it within, keeping it between the ears. And I always use another example. I use is one of our really good bowlers here, arguably one of the best bowlers to ever bowl in the state of Alabama, Tony Churchy. I have gotten kids that are like obsessed with two handed, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I just was like, hey, come out here and check how this guy rolls. And they watch the guy bowl, and they're like, he's really boring. And I'm like, he's really boring, but he rolls a lot of strikes. And I'm like, so what would you rather have? Would you rather have, if you can have pizzazz and roll three and roll a bunch of strikes consistently? Okay, cool. But another thing about it is, it's like, it's still pretty cool to be boring and less pizzastic. New word of the day I just made up on the fly. And just roll more, roll more strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, like I said, like simplistic style. I'm honestly surprised that again, first 300 with your style and everything, Sarah. I'm surprised, that I mean that. I hope you'll take that in a positive light, because you roll the ball really.
No, for sure.
So,
oh, thank you.
But so let me ask you this, okay? Getting through this game and what have you. So, when were you like? What moment of that game were you like, this is a possibility? What was the moment of the game?
I would say like about the sixth frame, when I had
really?
6 in a row. I'm like, all right, I can do this. Like, let's go. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What factors brought that on? Because I mean, that's pretty early in the game to be like.
I mean,
yeah.
but I think it was just the flow of the game. We were going a little faster because we were down 2 people, and I think I got like that rhythm going of my release and my timing, and it just clicked and felt right. Like I just felt like I was just in a flow state, if that makes any sense.
No, it totally does. Yes, ma'am. So you're 6 frames in. You're like, I've got a real legitimate shot. Now, having confidence is key. But let me ask you this. So you were at 7 before, since you came back. So let's just say you hit the 9th one. Okay, you get number 9. How fast is that heart pumping?
Sometimes when my heart rate gets up, I have this trick where I'm like tapping on my collarbone to kind of help like regulate my heartbeat. So I'm sitting there like this, trying to calm. Deep breath. Okay, calm down, relax. Yeah. So yeah, it was going for sure. And by the time I got up to the approach, I was like holding the ball.
Don't shake it. Don't
shake. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you mixed the, okay, let me ask you this, because I mean, like, these are key points. This is like times and everything I think we all, when we remember our first 300. So, all right, you throw the 10th one. How do you feel before the 11th one?
I mean,
because I've had people tell me that the hardest one to get is number 11.
I mean, I honestly, I was not thinking. Like, it was like blank, like not other than you got this. That was it. Like, I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm just.
That might have been.
Like, I almost felt like I blacked out for a minute, and it just was happening. Honestly, like.
That might have been a blessing too. So most definitely, no, I completely agree with you. Okay, so you hit the 11th one. Like I said, I watched that and I was like, ooh, she hit that one light. Okay.
Yeah, so, that I don't think I really came through the ball as well as I had my other, previous shots, because they were all pocket up to the 9th frame, like pocket shots. Yeah. So when that happened, that last ball, I made sure I came through it, and it was a little light, but I knew when I released it, it was going in. That's why I stuck my arm out and was like, whoop.
Okay. So yeah,
like, I knew. I mean, sometimes you release the ball, you just know, like it's hitting the pocket. So yeah.
All right. So you get past the 11th. Okay, it's crunch time. Like, is anybody around you bowling, or do they know the totality of, like, this could be her first 300?
I mean, the guys on my pair stopped. The guys we were bowling against, but I honestly don't remember. I did not look up. I was focused on the lane. So I really don't know if people stopped around me. I have to go back and watch the video. Honestly, it was just focused.
Well, for those of y'all out there, you just got a really good piece of advice from Miss Sarah here, and that is create tunnel vision when you can and stay within yourself. So completely agree with that. So again, like I said, Miss Sarah, congratulations. Like I said, 300, it's an incredible achievement. I tell people all the time, like, I don't care where the sport is to where the game is more conducive for 300s. At the end of the day, 300 is 300 and 12 shots are 12 shots. And you got to have some luck. And obviously, you did, and you had the focus and the skill. And again, like I said, like, great job. And I'm sure, like I said, you've gotten a lot of people in your ear about that with, that incredible achievement. So this is all I'm going to say is cheers. And this is to the first of many from you. I have, when we get towards the end of the show, I didn't put this on my notes, and I'm sure I know you got an email, but with like how we were laying out the show. But I've got a couple of surprises in here towards the end of the show that I'm going to reveal to everybody, and I think it's going to be really cool because I'm going to get to show when I make the announcement, I'm going to be able to show this to somebody I know doesn't have TikTok, but I know it's going to mean something. So we'll get to the end of that. Okay. One of the things, another thing, if you, like I said, got some time for it here, to bring this in, this is kind of our secondary topic of the show. And if Socks was here, he and I were going to throw our 2 cents in, and then we were wanting you to throw your 2 cents in. But let me ask you this. Do you happen by chance to know who the highest average is in your association right now and what their average is?
No.
Okay. You don't know. Do you know who has the highest average in the association at all? Like, do you know what it is? Like, do you know if it's above 230, average is 230, or? I think
it was around 220 or 230 last I mean, you say association, but like I know what like league, my current league has a high average. I think it's between 220 230.
Okay. Okay. So the reason behind that is so Sock sent me a picture the other day on Instagram, and it was a league in Cleveland, Ohio. And Pickles, if you're still in here, we're talking about OHIO. Okay. So he sent me this list. The individual high averages in this league. There's 24 on the list. The highest average was 245. The 24th highest average in this particular league he sent me was 227.
Wow.
227. Now, I bring that up because it's one of those things that I gave some thought about. It's obviously the discussion, the debate, if you will, of averages in bowling. Is it too high? Is it too easy? We've had a lot of discussions about that in the past. But I got to thinking about something. Like you said it yourself. You said between 220 and 230. Here in Huntsville, my teammate last year was the highest in the city at 236, and he was the second high in the state. So the thing that I try to correlate with this, and you can tell me what you think, Sarah. It comes down to two things of talent versus, and I came up with this one, versus bowling center upkeep. Is that a scratch league? No, Roger. No. This is it's a handicap league because surprisingly enough, I was told by Sox that in Ohio they don't have a whole lot to go off of. They do have more scratch leagues, obviously. Of course, anybody everywhere has probably got more scratch leagues than Huntsville does, so that's not saying a whole lot. But this particular one was a handicap league. So my thing is like I got to thinking about like how could we correlate this, and if this correlated at all, first and foremost, or if it's just the fact that we've got a lot of players in our region, because it's like if, for your example, you said that you have somebody in there that averages 220 to 230. Obviously, Cleveland, Ohio has got 24 bowlers in one of their league, and 227 is the 24th highest average. And my league here on Monday night, it's 230, 229, 228, and it's only three bowlers. So, and that's another thing. I bring in another thing to attention too. Even Mark Dillard has talked to us a lot about the averages at Hermitage, and even Stephanie has concurred with that. And like the 230 is like, if you're 230, you're like 10th high. So my question to you, yes, Mark freaking Dillard. Thank you, David. That was a great bring in for me on that one. I love you, guy. So my question, everybody out there, and Sarah, you feel free to give us your thoughts on this. The bowling center, do you think that it's more about the upkeep, or is it the actual talent in the association?
I mean, I think it could be a combination of both, maybe. Because these high averages, I guess, would be on a house shot, I would assume. I mean, how easy is the house shot? How difficult is the house shot? Like, how does it change? Does it always stay the same? I don't know. That's a good
kind of like
question.
that. It's like that talent. It's like the talent pool versus like, again, it's kind of like, do you have a, like, again, is there enough talent in there? And I'm not saying talent plus balls. You're right, Roger. That's another story. But the thing about it is, it's like, a lot of times, that they'll lay out the house shot. And have you ever been in a situation, Sarah? Here's another question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where, like, have you bowled on your league, and let's just say they've been running behind a little bit because they had a group or something or whatever, because we've had that a lot where I'm at. But have you noticed that the lanes played differently, like bowling on them 5 minutes after they get done oiling, or versus an hour and a half after they've got done oiling? Have you ever noticed anything in your experience?
No, and honestly, I haven't paid attention, but that's a good point of something to pay attention to. Because the week I bowled a 300, I want to say they were oiling the lanes like right before we started, because I generally get there pretty early because I leave straight from work. I mean, they usually oil the lanes right before we bowl. But I will say, like, the next week, it seemed like the shot was completely different, but I was on a different pair. Like, I bowled my 300 on 19 and 20, and there's 22 lanes in this house. And then I bowled on 15 and 16 the next week, and it seemed like the shot was completely different. Like I couldn't even really throw my attention star. Like I had to switch to my duo because my attention star, it just wasn't coming up. So I guess I'd have to pay attention to that next time to see how the shot is versus, how early they oil the lanes compared to when we bowl.
Yeah, and there's a lot, and again, these are just examples I'm giving because there are a lot of factors. But I personally have noticed that if you oil the lanes and you start practice immediately after, like they don't even have a chance to settle, it's going to be a very over under kind of night. I have noticed that if let's say they oil the lanes the night before, like if it's, you're bowling for a morning league, I have also noticed that they oil before then, and especially like most of our morning leagues are seniors that, young at heart, the afternoon seniors, they'll oil Monday afternoon, they oil, and it may tops have 15 to 20 minutes to settle. The Wednesday morning league, they oil it the night before on Tuesday, and then they come back and see. I'm glad Mark's back in here because I'm sure he's going to have a good couple of thoughts about this too. But the Young at Heart League tends to have like a higher overall league average versus the Monday afternoon. So let's start in out with that. Oh no! All right, Mark. No, you do your thing, brother. I hope your dad's okay, man.
Oh no.
Is maintenance have knowledge to clean roller and upkeep of the oilers? That's another good point too, Roger. And it's kind of what I'm getting at is like, unlike anything that's man-made, you have to do preventative maintenance. So what I'm thinking here is like I'm not discrediting the talent of that league in Cleveland who has 24 bowlers, and we're talking about averages in bowling at different bowling centers. Is it got to do with talent, or does it have to do with the bowling center upkeep? Like I said, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a good piece. Mark's probably going to have like 3 paragraphs coming here shortly, so we'll anticipate that, Mark. But it's like I said, like my buddy Sox, who's going to be on here originally with us tonight, he sent me this average list from this league in Cleveland, and the 24th best bowler was at 227. It was kind of similar to what you sent me about in Hermitage. So I came up with the secondary topic of talking about like, hey, do we think it's bowling center upkeep, or do we think it's talent, or as you said, both, a little bit of both, but in league, it's more about lane conditions and upkeep. Yeah. So let me ask you this. And again, and I've brought that point to Sarah. So Sarah, you make sure you let me know at a later date, like, hey, I did notice some different things, because I'm really curious because I'm really doing research on this.
Okay.
So, Lauren says upkeep, which I'm tending to lean more towards a little bit with the upkeep. If you had me pick right now, I'd say 51% upkeep, 49% talent. So that's kind of how on the balance on this right here. So, but
no, I will say this too about lanes. Interesting enough, 19 and 10, 20, where I bowled my 300, there were 3 other people that recently bowled 300s on that pair as well.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know what it was about that pair, but I have a picture and it says 19 and 20, and there's like 4 names there. So within the last month. Oh, like within I think within the month of January.
So not even a whole month, and you've had 300s on that pair. Okay. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Is there anything you know about the association maybe coming in and checking lanes if like X amount of honor scores? No? Okay. No. Because it used to be like that.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything then.
No, it's fine. You've got your stuff on the way it's sanctioned. So, see, here's what Mark said. Look, I think as of now, 23rd place in our 93-person league is a 230 average. That's insane. That is incredibly insane. It's just, again, like I'm not, and again, it's like it's one of those things where you don't want to feel like if I'm not gonna come bowl and sub on your league and go, yes, sir, I average 230 like it's nothing. Because I know my house is easy and I know what it is, and that's that. So, but that's just something I wanted to kind of, get the gears, going with everybody is like, do we think it's more to do with upkeep? And the correlation of upkeep produces higher scores versus no upkeep produces inconsistencies in the shot, even though it could be coming down. And there was a time when they actually did a experiment with Pete Weber. I don't know if you've heard about this, Sarah, but
Mm-mm. No.
he had the lane guy come out and lay the house shot down on two different lanes. And in his head, he was like, I always have trouble on this pair because one reacts different than the other. So the first thing to think of is it's like, this shot's not the same on both lanes. Like they've messed this up. But they laid the pattern down. They ran tapes as to how off it was, if anything. So if it was off a good amount on the tapes, then Pete would have a point in how he felt about things. But they laid it down. It came within a thousandth of a difference on the tapes. So he was like, ooh, I guess I owe a lot of lane mechanics an apology. Even though like the left lane was sitting here doing this and then the right lane was just going, wee.
Mm-hmm.
So
those nights are frustrating when you have to throw two different balls. Like, oh my gosh, that's frustrating. And then sometimes when that happens, I'll throw the wrong ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lauren right here, like I said, also wins the same shot every league night, but they don't take care of their machine and won't replace it. See, here's the thing. Like, we have a custodian ion. And if you can upkeep and do the maintenance, it is like the best of the best, even as old as it is. And there's a lot of us that can't get out there and get those new oh god, what's the new ones now? The neons and the the ones that just automatically go lane to lane and the mechanics don't have to pull it up and whatever, it's just programmed to go and what have you. So I definitely know that has a lot to do with it. And I think like the older the machine is, the more maintenance and upkeep you have to do preventative wise. So but no, yeah, this is good. Let's see. This is people have to stop blaming lane men when the shot isn't the same every week. Topography, weather. See, I told you we were going to get this. I knew it. Like I knew we were going to get more. This you know what? Like I said, like this right here is good stuff though. But it's just one of those things to kind of think about. And if you haven't taken that into consideration, like when you have those, let's say you have those 750 nights versus having those 550 nights, some of the things to take into consideration. And again, at the end of the day, I'm always going to tell you, if you're good enough, you can adjust. You ought to be able to adjust. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So all factors in and no two pair are alike. And I completely agree with Mark on that. Like there's no two lanes in the entire house that are the same. You can lay out that shot, you can run the tapes and everything. So, but I do think that consistency is due to preventative maintenance, being on a schedule and checking everything. And I think we all can agree that not every single bowling alley does that, and it's unfortunate. So, so for everybody that's just joining us, welcome back. Like I said, I haven't done a DGAB podcast solo ever. I've always had the guys, and again, like I said, going solo this year, one of my big things is to get back into podcasting. So, this is what we're doing. And we've got our good friend, Miss Sarah McFadden here, Miss McFizzle, and we're talking about first to first. And again, Sarah, like I said, 300 number one. I'm still surprised as freaking great as you roll the ball. I'm totally surprised by that. But that also means, again, first of many, my friend.
I hope so. Thank you.
So with that being said, we're getting up here to we're going into what we call the winching hour part of the show here. Let's see. Let's see. You bowl great, you bowl bad. It's you. Completely agree, David. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So he says, Lyndon says, at this point, most houses have topography issues. Only newer houses have everything the same. Well, obviously, yeah, 20 year synthetic versus brand new synthetics. Yeah. And especially what I've noticed is the anvil lanes are definitely more conducive to being slicker, and the oil holds up longer on that lane surface versus an AMF HPL that we have at the center So I'll go ahead and give you the insight here. You might want to bring some control and some skid snap here to the palace when you come in May. So just a little FYI for you there. You're gonna have to bring everything in a bag of lunch because if Mark bowls, everybody's gonna be gunning for Mark. And if Mark makes the cut, they're gonna want to knock him out. So you heard it here first. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, Mark. You're a target. You're a targeted man on the lanes coming May, my friend. But so here's one of the things we're going into in the final part of the show here. And like I said, Sarah, I really do appreciate you taking your time out and talking with us.
Of course.
So one of the things I made a decision on is it's going to sound kind of cheesy, but it's something I've been racking in my brain back and forth. But the first thing I want to start including now, we are introducing for the DGAB brand, we are officially going to start the Damn Good Average Bowlers Hall of Fame. We're going to create we're going to create our own Hall of Fame. And basically I already have hey Amanda, welcome in.
Hi Amanda.
For the Damn Good Average Bowler Hall of Fame, we already have our first unanimous selection, and that is do I qualify already? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Mark. Yeah. I not it. Well, thank you for bringing the humor in here because it's one of those things where you know what? I'm just gonna let me see if I can do this. I need to see if it'll let me change my. I want to see if it'll let me change my background. And so if I take a minute on this, like I do apologize because I feel like, settings. Let's see here. No, I don't want that. Let's see. I found it. Hang on. I found it. Okay. No, not stickers. No, I'm getting there. Y'all can tell how long it's been since I've been on this thing. Okay. So, all right. So our first member and the inaugural Damn Good Average Bowler Hall of Fame is going to be my good buddy Derek Tate. My my friend April sent this to me last Sunday. She took my 300 profile picture, the first one I shot since his passing, and she sent me this thing of beauty. And she's actually painting this right now. She's gonna have it framed and everything for me. So that's going to be our first member, and I can't wait till I tell his mom. I cannot wait till I tell his mom.
That's awesome.
And that leads me into this. I'm going to get out of the picture here so you guys can see. This is obviously an AI generated flyer. It's a whole lot more in depth and detail. But this is again Derek Tate Memorial Tournament, the second annual, I might add, coming up on Sunday, May 17th. So big things happening here. But yeah, I'm really excited to induct my buddy into it, and I think that his mom, I think she's gonna cry. I already know she is because but yeah, but no, that's the first surprise. I'm gonna save the not really gonna save the second one. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. So go back. All right, see, I do still know how to operate TikTok, y'all.
I have my DGAB logo on there too.
And I absolutely adore that. That is so freaking cool. I'm sorry, Dwayne, but yeah. Second thing, guess what just came in today? A new I got a second set of DGAB chamois in. So for everybody out there that does not have a DGAB chamois and is interested in one, let me know because I've already sold one today at the center. So those are my two surprises. Like I said, I wanted to hit 2026, hit the ground running, and with that being said, let's go into the final part of this. Sarah, do you have any upcoming bowling events you want to tell us about?
Actually, let's see, February 1st, I will be in a senior doubles tournament, and I'm bowling with Rena. arena. And it's going to be in Colorado Springs. And I just found out that there will be registration opening the end of March for a PWBA Open in Northern Colorado. So when that opens, I will be registering for that. That will be in May. So I'm really excited about that one.
Lyndon has a good point here. Sarah, you are not a senior, LOL.
Okay, I am not a senior. I'm actually kind of close. Years.
All right. Look, I realize I'm on the early side of 40. I'm actually 41. So how close are you to 50?
I am older than you.
Okay.
I am older than you, Mike. Got
Well,
a couple years on you.
Based on the Z28, that little Z28 photo,
No, it's a lady senior doubles tournament. So Rena is a little over 50, so I will be the lady. And
over 50, under 50 type?
Yes. Mm.
Okay, there you guys go. That's what it is.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't specify that one. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Be careful.
And it's a Baker double, too. I'm sorry, it's a Baker's as well. So this will be my second Baker's tournament, so that'll be fun.
Oh, so there's a 299 or a 300 happening right there. I know it is.
I know. I had my first Baker 299 in Oklahoma a couple months ago.
Okay.
I tugged the last. I was the 10th frame bowler too, and I tugged the last ball. And
you were just getting experience for this upcoming that would happen. It's one thing I've learned. It's one thing I've learned. Yeah. If I haven't rolled an honor score in a while, I get really close. And it takes about 2 or 3 times. And it's like, you get to the point you're like, dadgummit, I know I'm due. I'm feeling it. I know I'm due. And then it happens. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but those are the bigger ones, I think. I mean, there'll be some local tournaments I'll probably get in. We have city tournament coming up in a few months. I think women's city or women's state, one of the two. I'll probably get in those. But I'm really excited about the one it'll be in Greeley, Colorado.
You're talking about the
so
PWBA?
It's about a 2-hour drive for me. So it's not terrible. No.
Oh, that's not terrible at all. When did you say it's happening again? February?
Let's see. May 7th, 8th, and 9th. Okay. And then I'll be the end of May, beginning of June, I'll be in Vegas for Women's Nationals.
You got you a full slate set for May already, don't you?
I bought me a little planner and I've been writing everything down. So
the husband's ready to go with you on that, ain't he?
Oh yeah. He's gonna come to Vegas with me. We already have our trip flights booked, so gotta have somebody to carry the ball bags for me.
Need a caddy. I got it. Smart. Let's see here. Colton Jackson had some personal stuff happen. He wasn't unable to make it, but yeah, hopefully, like I said, next time we do an episode, I'll be able to get Jackson in on this. And Lauren says she's starting a YouTube bowling channel soon. Awesome. That's what we like to hear. That is what we like to hear. Just so you guys know that Amanda wanted to let everybody know that if you are live streaming your leagues or tournaments or anything, to be careful because apparently that she got hit from here with a gambling whatever, which is kind of weird. But I hope to see you back on your live soon for your leagues and stuff, Amanda, because hopefully that's just a mix up there,
It's like somebody turned her in for gambling.
Yeah, probably. And we know she doesn't because she always does her lives on Mondays and everything. So
that's interesting. That's new to me.
Just something to keep an eye on there. Let me see here. So we got that. That was one. Also, y'all, just to let you guys know, whenever we're done here, don't forget to go over to my boys Pickles, Kober, and Rublin. And for Bowlers Helping Bowlers, they're going to have a good one tonight after we get off here. I think they're starting at 8 Central. I think that's when they normally do it. Again, like I said, y'all, I do apologize. I have been out of it for a while now. Just transitional stuff happening. Busy at the bowling center in the shop. I can tell you this right now. If y'all see me live in the shop, I'd be going out. I'd be pulling what little hair I got out already because. So yeah. Yeah, because of plug work. I'm telling you, it seems like December, January, I get hit with more plug work than anything in the world, which is great. I appreciate that. I'm not saying I hate it. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes. So
Speaking of plug work, Rena gave me an Attention Star S2 that I just got drilled, and I've thrown it once, so
yeah, what do you think?
it's a bit different from the Attention Star.
Okay, let me ask you this, okay? Because I'm going to tell you my experiences drilling that ball for customers. That is the most longest angular motion I have seen out of any ball.
The Attention Star?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Absolutely. I mean, it's so much so that every one I've drilled for any customer that's brought it to me or I've ordered it for, I have had to knock the shine off of it because they come back in and they go, this ball is too angular. Can we tame it down?
Huh.
Have you seen that? Have you seen
not really. I mean, I
Well, we don't have that. We don't have that simple, that simple release that you do, Sarah. So that's probably why.
my real simple, yeah.
Yeah, just
I don't have a
flow.
high rev rate, so I guess it's different for me.
You don't have a high rev rate, but you're using shinier stuff. You match up a lot better with shiny versus dull on house shots.
Yeah, oh yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've thrown my absolute power some on a house shot, but I generally don't. I usually throw Attention Star, Duo, Zen 25. I haven't really been throwing my Exponent much anymore, which is kind of what I started with. But no, I mean, yeah, I match up better with the shiny for sure.
Okay. Nope. Good to know. Because it's weird because here lately I've been really getting the best look with like a Tour V1 and Effect Tour, the lower differential stuff. But when I won that Striking Effects tournament last month, I was forced to use both Zero Mercies, which were like, it just blew my mind because it's like, wow, we usually don't get to use this much bowling ball in this house. So just one of those weird things right there. Now, let me ask you this. I didn't have this on the plan here, so we're kind of differentiating from it. But let me ask you this, Sarah, okay? What is, out of challenging sport, okay, challenging sport patterns that you've bowled on, what has been, in your opinion, the easiest one, and what has been the most challenging one?
God, that's tough because I bowled on so many. I'd say the one I threw the best on, back when I first started, it was a junior gold pattern that they had used this last year for junior gold, and I did really well on that, and allegedly that was supposed to be a pretty hard one. I'd say the hardest one was one most recent. What was it called? It had a weird name, started with a P.
Oh my God, we're gonna, let's see. God, P. Yep.
It's on the phone.
Looking it up. I'm with you.
Okay.
I have to give.
I say this because this pattern I bowled in Denver at Arapahoe. In my first game, I shot 253. Did really well. And then the next weekend, I bowled in a tournament in Loveland, Colorado. Same pattern, different house, played completely different. And I was so frustrated. So I would say that would probably be the hardest one.
Rich said, "Is it the platypus pattern?" That's good. That's good stuff, Rich.
You're funny.
Okay. Right now, the consensus in the chat here is red square.
Oh, yes, that was tough. Red square was tough. And I'll say another one that was tough. I did a dual pattern tournament, and I will never do that again. One short, one long on each lane.
Oh, yeah.
Never again. That was the worst I've ever bowled in my life. That was horrible. Of course, that was when I first started, and I didn't really have a whole lot of experience, but still, that was awful.
Oh, yeah, the one long. So when I was doing my scratch sweepers a year ago, we would get to the end because I was doing point system, and at the end, uh, I put out the 29-foot Team Masters pattern on the left lane, and I put out Badger on the right lane. So it was like 20. It was like 29, and then it was like 50.
That's horrible.
That is horrible, but that's the thing about it. It's like I get hit up all the time when I'm running these sweepers and stuff that I come up with. I either get, Mike, I'm tired of having to shoot 1100 to win on the easy shots. It's like, okay, cool. I'll give you something tough, no problem. I'll put out red square or whatever. And then it's like, Mike, I hate the fact that I'm having to struggle to shoot 700 for 4 to win one of your sweepers. And it's like, actually, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Good God.
I'm typing it in the chat what the pattern was.
Okay.
There you go.
Petraglia. Oh my gosh, why did we not get that, y'all? That is shame on us. Shame on us. I wouldn't even. I was trying to think of like letter patterns or like like patterns that like Stonehenge and stuff. I was thinking along the lines like, what's a I don't know what the name be. Yeah, Petraglia. I will say when I did use Petraglia for one of my sweepers last year, and it was one of the lowest scoring, and surprisingly, the highest one was Holman. So
really?
Yeah, it's something. So
well, what was frustrating for me is when I originally bowled on it in Denver, in the later block, everybody was moving left, and then when it was in Loveland, it was the complete opposite. Everybody was having to move right and play more direct. So it was just not, and it was it was a women's tournament, but the way the format is the women bowl with the men up until the very end. So you're bowling with men all day long.
Okay. I got you. Okay. So you got a lot.
I mean, they were all very nice and supportive. It's just, I don't know. It can be frustrating as a woman when you're not bowling well and you're around these guys that are bowling good. And it's just,
it's funny you bring that up.
Rather defeating.
It's funny you bring that up because our good friend Elizabeth, she's had a couple of TikTok posts about that, and I concur. Yeah. So at the end of the day, y'all, if nobody's asking for your advice, don't give it to them. Especially if you're just trying to be cute with a woman or whatever. Like, come on, guys, like let's do better as guys, okay? That's at the end of the day. Just be. Like, if somebody wants your help, they'll ask you for it. It's just, that's as easy as it goes. So,
I think a lot of that is an ego thing for some guys. But luckily, I have not encountered that yet. Any advice I get, I'll ask a friend, that's there, and I'm like, hey, can you watch me and tell me, what am I doing wrong? Like,
you know what you do? You know what you do, Sarah, is that they try to give you advice. You just put up the hand and go, you have one of these?
Ring, yeah. Not yet.
Oh, you don't? Well, you don't get to tell me what to do. So, okay. So, like I said, Sarah, you got a lot of bowling coming up. We got a lot of live streams. I guess we're going to be expecting from you doing these if you're able to, other than, I would think, everything but the PWBA, but extremely excited to see PWBA. And you know what the goal is? It's like if Mark Dillard's got a flag, Sarah McFadden's got to have a flag too,
I know. That would be really cool. Yes.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we're fixing to call it quits here for the evening. Once again, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on here, talking about your 300.
Thank you for having me.
It is awesome to hear. Like I said, I love hearing these stories the first time, especially the 300s. Those are always awesome. But if you're not doing it already, please give Sarah a follow here on TikTok. Watch her lives. They're very entertaining. She has a lot of fun with her teammates. It's really good stuff. And, just, keep doing what you're doing, Sarah. And I'm telling you, like right around the corner, I'm expecting to hear a message from you going, I shot number 2 tonight.
Interesting enough, I will be back on 19 and 20 for league on Tuesdays, so no pressure.
On a Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. Tuesday, 19 and 20.
Yep. Good. Yep. We'll be back on that pair, and I'll have a full squad. My team will all be there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Rena's back. So.
Okay, even better, even better. She didn't get to see the
Yep.
first one. You're gonna do it. I'm telling you, I'm waiting on it. We're sending the vibe your way. You got this, girl. So just to let
Thank you.
everybody know, my last announcement of the night. So next week, same time, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, Calling All Bowlers is back. I told you guys we're going to hit these podcasts hard, and we are going to have our good friend Stephanie Duncan on the show, also known as Green Eye Bandit. And she actually shot a 300 game at the Ohio Queens. So we're going to be looking forward to talking to her about
wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, that experience right there. And the ironic thing about that, he did that 300 against Jackson's girlfriend Maddie in match play.
Wow.
So yeah. So hopefully our next DGAB podcast, we'll get old Socks on here and he can, maybe he'll get mad and we can talk about it. But stay tuned. Like I said, y'all, next week on the 24th, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, Calling All Bowlers makes its return. Thanks again, everybody, for being on here, the DGAB podcast, especially Sarah. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody out there, thank you for your support. Thanks for not forgetting about me. Like I said, I know I haven't been as consistent here lately, but it really does. It really does help and everything. Like I said, 2026 is going to be our year, y'all. We just want to know. I just want you guys to know we're out here. We're all going to win. Oh, Amanda. I love you guys too, and I appreciate y'all. Unforgettable. Well, it's probably the bald head. That's probably the bald head. That's probably what it is. So, and I said I finally figured out that I knew there was a reason I left this out right to the end. So, Sarah, have you happened to see the likeness I did for Britt with the DGAB logos?
Yes.
You happened to see hers? So, one of them little surprises me you were talking about, and you were like, oh, you don't have to do that. Just so you know, you are the next one in the line for the likeness. So you're going to have your own DGAB female bowler logo, courtesy of me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Stay tuned for that. Like I said, I got to get my friend Tanya on the graphics design, and we're going to put the stuff together. And like I said, you can ask Britt. Britt's was pretty cool to do. And like I said, I knew that. See, save the best for last. So there you go. Just a thank you from me to you.
Now I got to get another jersey.
Hey,
yes.
I'll have to put it on one right now. Just so you guys know, I have a couple left. I'm almost out of 1 and 2s. So, and that's another thing. Your boy's going to be working on a version 3. So stay tuned for that. So, okay. But appreciate you guys. Sarah, congratulations on your 300. Well deserved. I'm so damn proud of you. I know we all are. And keep on rolling the rock like you do. Sure. Yeah, keep on keeping on, as Joe Dirt says. Keep on keeping on. So, but until next time, everybody, thank you so much. And y'all, make sure you tune in for Bowlers Helping Bowlers with my boy Steve, with Pickles, and with Cobra. It's going to be a blast. I think they're having 2 other ladies on there tonight, too. So it's just part of their appreciation. Yep. So, yeah, life's a garden. Dig it. You're right, Amanda. All right, y'all. Well, until next time, Sarah, you have a wonderful night. I thought it started now.
You too.
Elizabeth, I'm going to post it onto the YouTube channel so you can go back and check it out, girl. All right?
Hi, Elizabeth.
I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you again. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And as our good friend Stephanie says, we'll catch you all on the what? The flippity flip.